magic.
Can I comment?
Yes.
Like we stated earlier, about the whole, they aren't actually from our world. They're not ready, or I shouldn't say ready. They're not. What's the word I'm looking for?
Supposed to be.
Yeah, they're not supposed to be in our world, and that's probably like some sort of barrier between the two. You know what I mean?
Well, actually, Emma's not supposed to be in that world, and she can leave. She's part of the fairy tale land. She just wasn't brought with them.
Well, she wasn't part of the entire curse.
No.
So basically, she was basically raised in Boston. She was never in Storybrooke.
Right.
She was raised like us, to not believe in or to believe that magic and fairy tales were, just that, stories, fantasy, that type of thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she spent under an hour in the fairy tale world, so
Well,
it was basically just out and gone.
Okay,
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Okay, is that all, Liger?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, Sin, do you have anything else to add?
I think I made my comment whilst interrupting.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're fine, Ollie.
Okay, Flame, do you have anything else to add?
Not really.
Okay, Evil Red, do you have anything else to add?
Like Sin, I made my comment, interrupting, sorry.
Hey, well, I just found out that Jello won't be on. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then back in Fairy Tale Land.
No cookies and milk for us.
Continue.
Rumple and Regina are talking. He says he knew her when she was younger. He held her in his arms when she was more portable. And that's an interesting image. Hope to see baby Regina.
Yes!
Yes.
Oh god.
I think we will.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. I want to know how he knows so much stuff. Things about the future. If that's just part of his powers to know that stuff, or if maybe he has the book. Awkward moments with Rumple. So, he can tell how powerful someone is. Rumple gives Regina a magic mirror that will take Cora away. Regina does not want to use magic because she does not want to be like her mother. The mirror is a portal to a Pacific, annoying little world. And can anyone say Wonderland?
Yep.
Come on, through the looking glass. Regina and the Hatter went through a mirror to Wonderland. This just adds to my theory that Cora is the Queen of Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
There are people that think Rumple is actually Regina's real father, and I don't like that idea, and this is why. That would mean she would be Vay's half-sister, and if Vay is Henry's father, that would make her Emma's grandmother and sister-in-law. If Emma and Vay get together, and also Regina would then be Henry's aunt and stepmother. And that's just if Vay is actually Rumple's son. I have heard theories that people think that Vay is not his son, and they think that Vay is Hook's. Okay, what the hell? I don't think so. And I hope not, especially if Hook is going to be one of Emma's suitors, which I have heard. Poor Emma, with all this, I have one thing to say. Bring back Jerry Springer. We got a doozy one here. Okay, Laker, anything to add?
Well, I know we've exhausted this topic, but I feel like Regina's family tree is deeply intertwined with Rumple's presence. I don't think it's a direct, this is just my personal feeling, it's not a direct relation. I do feel that it's a direct relation to his ex-wife. This theme of hearts, but a heart was even on the book, and it was his book. I feel that I think he gave the book to Mina, said, don't breathe a word of my name to anyone, so it's a well-kept secret, but when Cora got into trouble with the king, with having to give her baby away, her grandmother, great grandmother gave her the book and she saw the name.
Oh, maybe.
So that's one of my fanfics that I'm gonna write.
Oh, I want to see it.
But I feel like their lives are intertwined, and I can't wait to see what they do. But I know they're gonna focus on it because there's just too much juiciness there to leave that alone. And we will see baby Regina.
Yay!
But yeah, so I feel like yeah, he's acting creepy, and my dirty mind is like, yay, golden queen. But I'm also thinking that he has a lot of resentment towards Regina and her family line. Where does that stem from? What is one of his worst sore spots? His wife leaving him.
Right.
Aside from Bay being in a different world, his wife leaving him.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. That's my thoughts into it.
Okay. Sin, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, it was this scene that it properly occurred to me who I thought Cora was, and that I think that because of the way the story. Do you guys mind if I? Yeah. Well, obviously, I think the Cora is the yeah, and but in the story I remember. It was like there were 3 separate nights where he had to spin the gold for her.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and I think, but she knew Rumble before him, so I'm before this king guy or lord or whatever. But I think that Regina's father was actually the father, and that he was a lord because he didn't find out about Rumpelstiltskin until after the baby was conceived or something. This is from my vague memory of this story from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I do actually think that Henry is her father, and that they're, yeah, I think that Rumpelstiltskin is just the fact that she was promised to him as a child, and she got wormed out of it.
But
So we'll have to be trying to get back at Cora.
can I add something on though? Henry, the father, said that it was before he met Cora that Rum changed her. How could that happen if Rum was able to hold Regina? Henry wasn't even in the picture when this went down.
Yeah.
So I don't think Regina is Henry's.
This supports my idea of horror.
What?
I'm over here fangirling, saying that it supports my idea more and more that Rumple is her daddy.
Oh, for God's sake.
Don't say that.
I cringe.
I know. I'm sorry.
You're saying?
You go and sit in a corner and think about what you're trying to do while we continue this conversation like serious, obsessive adults.
But do you understand what I said, Holly? Henry wasn't in the picture.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was just the impression that I got when I first watched the episode. Yeah, I just thought I'd put it out there. Yeah.
See, I'm a big loser because I watched the episode like 5 times in one night.
Oh my gosh.
Like every time. Okay, maybe not 5 times, but.
Okay, Flame, it's your turn. Do you have anything?
Yes, I do. Okay, because I happen to like Rumpelstiltskin myself. Actually, the original. It's a cool plot because you know how there's different variations of retellings when the game of telephone happened. Well, in one version there was where the miller's daughter could not give Rumpelstiltskin anything. You know, something like oh, it's fine, just give me your firstborn, and she's like, oh, okay, but the other ones were they actually did make the baby themselves. Because what happened was, she couldn't really have a kid because the king was all like, blah, 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 it was the king's fault. So in reality, it's like, to make her look good, so she won't be killed. But because she's killed, he won't get a kid. So it's like, okay, I gotta do shit here. So, yeah, so after they had the kid, just so she wouldn't be killed, yeah, he would still get his reward. So maybe Regina really is his kid.
Never read that version.
I've never heard that one.
And also, he wants a child because he's lonely, or he wants to eat the child.
Well, yeah, fine. We don't know why he wants the kid, but there really was a version of that.
Well,
So
I think I can understand that because, if I may interject, just a
yeah,
little
I'm
bit.
pretty much done. So yeah, interject.
Okay. Rumpelstiltskin being a grim fairy tale. The original fairy tales, all of Grimm's, were
Darker.
very grim.
Yeah.
I mean,
That one is.
Little Red Rouge was actually a whore. She was a little promiscuous little whore, I believe.
And then there was well, you know, the Cinderella one where the sisters' toes and heels were cut off
Yeah.
and then blind. But yeah,
Having sex is grim.
so yeah.
Sorry, I was just going to say that there was a version of Snow White that I read or heard about where she wasn't actually woken up by the kiss or something. That the Prince Charming had actually raped her, and that she was woken up by the birth of her twins.
Whoa.
Oh my God!
Oh, that was Sleeping Beauty.
That was Sleeping Beauty.
Was that Sleeping Beauty?
Wow.
Yeah. But the whole thing was she was asleep, and all the princes would come and would take advantage of her. So she woke up, and here's stillborn child she gave birth to, and she's all, oh my God! And then she goes into like a nunnery or something.
Wow. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're digressing again, friends.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody ready for the next part?
Yep.
Yes, please.
Okay. Then we're back in Storybrooke. Those black apples, don't they look appetizing?
Yummy, tasty.
Regina blows on a spell page on her book, and then breathes it all in. Her eyes turn purple for a minute, and the apples turn red. Am I the only one who thought that she looked like she was sniffing up drugs?
Yes. I thought the same thing.
Uh-huh.
Charming dumps the potion onto the Hatter's hat, and it leads him to Jefferson, who's trapped under his car. It was just around the corner. Geez, what a waste of a potion. Jefferson.
What a loser.
Poor Jeffy.
Jefferson has kids' teacups and the stuffed bunny he made his daughter, so I wonder if he was on his way to find her. Charming just totally drags Jefferson out of the car. Henry is at the town's hall with everyone else, waiting to hear Charming's speech. Henry is calling Charming, but can't get him. Ha ha, Granny with the bow and arrow. She rocks. We got a lawless town, damn right I need it. Regina shows up, and this whole part reminds me so much of the pilot episode. Stop talking! Pilot episode where she shows up at Snow and Charming's wedding. Even the music. Poor Hopper getting called a bug and then thrown backwards. Then grumpy. Aw, Regina, that's not very nice. Regina catches Granny's arrow in her hand and then turns it to fire. That was pretty badass. It's kind of stupid that no one knew what she was there for. Come on, it's Henry. Is Henry the only smart one in the room? Scary mummy, I miss Emma. She could put Regina in her place, even with magic. Charming is talking to Jefferson, and the man's no help whatsoever, except for being an ass. Jefferson is fast. Ruby shows up and prevents Charming from going after Jefferson, saying Regina has Henry, and that the townspeople are all scared of Regina, and that they all want to leave the town, and that Charming has to do something.